The next step will be cutting the butt joint at the corner in the upper left and the miter. So this piece right here, piece 2-3, which is only one piece, of course. Place your piece of balsa wood on your plan. Now this time what you're going to do is you're going to cut right in the middle of this piece here so that it looks like that. Remember to keep your knife straight up and down. So it's going to look like that. It doesn't look quite lined up on the video, but it is when I'm looking at it here. So mark it and then cut, and again straight up and down, don't cut it at an angle. Check to make sure that it fits. Okay, so we're going to put that piece off to the side, the first two, and then as long as you did a good angle cut there, and you can see that that lines up pretty nicely. Now you're ready to cut the end lap. So the first thing we'll do is we'll cut the piece to length. Cut here, and cut this piece off, because again we're cutting it to length. And then you'll mark for the miter. Make sure that you have, you'll mark for the end lap here. Make sure that the miter is going the right way, so right here. So you don't want to have your piece like that. Alright, so make sure that you've got that angle, that miter like that. Put it right on top. And then get right over the top of it. Make sure your knife is straight up and down. And you're going to cut part way through. To cut the lap joint is very similar to cutting the cross lap. So you're going to mark where the cross lap is going to go, the end lap is going to go, and then at that little notch that you made from here, you're going to take the tip of your knife and you're going to cut about halfway in this direction. Cut straight down. And then cut in this direction. And again, make sure your knife is straight up and down. And as long as it's a good fit, you're all set. And then actually so that was step 4 right here. And then step 5 here is this piece. And step 5 and step 4 are exactly the same. So that's call this the first pieces here, the second piece, third piece. And then the fourth piece is exactly like that one, except it's flipped over like that. So it'll look like that. So I'll cut that and then we'll get back to the video when we're ready to glue everything up. The final step in the process of making your practice brace is to glue everything together. At this point you're going to need that piece of wax paper. Place it over the plan. That's your practice brace. And you're ready to start gluing. So what you're going to do for gluing is take your glue bottle, put a couple of drops of glue, you don't need a lot, onto the paper. Remember to use the small paper towel to clean the glue tip when you're done, so that you're able to use the glue the next time. Make sure that the white cap is screwed down onto the red cap, and then take the paper towel and wipe the tip. If you do that, you'll have no problem getting your glue out the next time. If you leave it open, even partially open, okay, you can see this is just a little bit open, the glue will dry in here, and the next time you come to use the glue you won't be able to use it. So again, close the cap, white cap touches the red cap, wipe the tip, and you will be all set to use it the next time. As far as gluing goes, you can take a scrap piece of balsa wood, and you'll only need the scrap piece for the cross lap in the center. And put glue into the joint, and don't forget to get glue here as well. And then dip the ends into the glue. And you don't need a lot, just need a little. A lot is not better. Okay, and you don't need to do the other cross lap in the middle, only one. And then dip the ends again into the glue. Put them in place. Incidentally, before you glue this part right here should be nice and flat. Then take some pins, and there's enough pins for everyone so that everyone can have a tray, and pin the center piece in place. So you can do something like that. Never take and stick the pins into the wood. You're going to weaken the wood. And then we'll do something like that as well. Okay, again, you just don't want these pieces moving around. Okay, that's pretty secure. Then go around and start placing your other pieces. Sorry about that interruption. Continuing on, we're going to dip the miter into the glue. Oops, notice that we'll have to pin this in place. And here I'm just going to force this piece down and stick a pin on the edge. And again, don't stick the pins into the wood. I don't know why that piece doesn't fit. I probably did something wrong. That's a little long. I can correct that before I hand it in. And then just take another little bit of glue here. Put that in place. The glue is starting to dry. Okay, pin these in place. And again, I'm just going to push in like that. Stick pins here. And same thing with this bottom part of the practice brace. And then my last piece, which I can't find, so I'll have to cut that and pin that in place.